According to Justice Hayden of the High Court Family Division in London, Saudi billionaire and St. Lucian diplomat Dr Wallid Juffali believed he had acquired diplomatic immunity when he was appointed a permanent representative to the International Maritime Organization by St. Lucia. But Justice Hayden has determined that his appointment was, quote, an entirely artificial construct, unquote, and marked the second time he had sought to avoid the English divorce courts. The judge also found that Dr Juffali was liable to face the courts because of his residence in the UK, where he owns several luxury properties. The matter has been a talking point for the opposition United Workers' Party in St. Lucia. The UWP has been highly suspect of the government for the timing of its appointment of Dr Wallid Juffali. UWP Senator and candidate for Ancillary Canneries Dominic Fedee says the latest development in the UK High Court is troubling.
Well, it's very shocking and certainly undermines the international reputation of St. Lucia further to see that a judge in a court of law would actually rule that Dr. Juffali's bid was spurious and was inauthentic and not genuine in terms of his diplomatic immunity. I think that judgment certainly cast a shadow over the diplomatic relations of St. Lucia.
Justice Hayden in his ruling said it was legitimate to observe that Dr Juffali had gone to considerable lengths in the divorce of his first wife, who also lived in the UK with their children, to avoid the jurisdiction of the English court. The judge said he is satisfied that a similar motivation to avoid the jurisdiction of the court is the driving force behind Dr Juffali seeking the IMO appointment. Fedee says the women of St. Lucia and women all around the world should note the moral implications of such a ruling.
Not only is this a matter that is legalistic in its sense, but there's a moral imperative that ought to be satisfied. And women all over the country should take note of the treatment of his ex-wife, where Dr Juffali, where the court is ruling that Dr Juffali deliberately attempted to cheat her from what was rightly due to her from a divorce settlement.
Dr Juffali's legal team argued in the UK High Court that he enjoyed general immunity from being sued in the UK courts, including by his ex-wife, under Article 15 of the International Maritime Organization, Immunities and Privileges Order 2015. But the judge rejected the arguments. Juffali's attorneys say they will be appealing the justice's ruling. Lovely St Aimee-Joseph, NBC News.